Hey everyone, hello and welcome. If you are new here, my name is Bree. Welcome to a cozy little vlog that's going to include at least a couple of clips from my birthday weekend. My birthday was on July 18th and I went on a little trip to Las Cruces, New Mexico with my family and my boyfriend for my younger cousin's wedding. So we got a really cool Airbnb out there that had a pool, a hot tub, a putting green, a fire pit. It was super, super nice. So I got a couple clips of that. I really am actually sad that I didn't get more clips because it was so much fun. It was such a good time. However, the same thing happened with my Florida trip. I just kind of am not in the habit of filming everything yet when I go and do things. So I meant to film a lot more. I had all of my things with me. I had so many, supplies for success. However, what happened is, especially the day that we celebrated my birthday, we celebrated a day early on the 17th because the wedding was on the 18th. And my sister made pina coladas that were like triples or something. So yeah, I was just super living in the moment and did not even think to film that day. So here we are. But I do have some clips for you that I will go ahead and insert now. So please enjoy. All right, we are at the Airbnb in Las Cruces, New Mexico. We're starting out at the front door, and this way, down this hallway, we've got a laundry room, bathroom, 2 bedrooms, and then right here, we have a really cool little game room. It's very loud in here. Okay, so. Cool little game room. And then this way, living room. And the kitchen. And back that way, we have 2 more bedrooms. Oh, they left us a little welcome basket. S'mores kit, chips and salsa. And then I'll show you guys the backyard better a little bit later. We have a little 4th of July Christmas tree, which is interesting. Out back, there is a putting green. There's a hot tub over this way. There's like a fire pit with chairs in the back corner and a pool, which is where I'm about to go right now. All right, and we're back. I hope that you enjoyed what I did manage to get on my trip. It was so much fun. I really wish that I had recorded more. I need to get better about that. When I go and do things, I need to record things. But I was super present for my trip and I had a really, really great time. And as per the norm, I didn't get any reading done. Because we were just doing things and swimming a lot and just having a good time. I do want to insert, because I did forget to get clips of this, I do want to insert some pictures, some stills of like my birthday cake, for example. I really want to show you guys my birthday cake because my boyfriend went and picked up a strawberry chantilly cake and then decorated it for me. And it was the coolest thing ever. I loved it so much. He also cooked me a ribeye and shrimp dinner while we were out there. He cooked for the whole family. It wasn't just me. It was my birthday dinner. So it was gorgeous. It was so pretty. Right behind the house, it was like a new subdivision on the edge of the city that was right next to this golf course. So there was nothing behind us but a golf course and mountains, and just the whole thing was so pretty. It was such a good time. But yeah, so we had my birthday weekend. I had a great time. I haven't read anything in like a week, maybe a little bit longer. When did I finish The Fiction Writer? It's probably about a week ago. I also haven't updated on that one because I haven't been vlogging. Yeah, I haven't been vlogging since then. So I finished The Fiction Writer last week by Jillian Cantor. Where is it at? Where did I put it? Hold on. Ooh. Okay, I finished The Fiction Writer by Jillian Cantor, which was how did I put it in my review? It's like a story about a woman who wrote a retelling of Rebecca, writing a story about a woman who wrote a retelling of Rebecca. And I think there's even a line in the book that says something to that effect. So that's what this is about. There's a ton of Daphne du Maurier. There's a ton of Rebecca in here. It was really good. It was really interesting. It is supposed to be a thriller, I'm pretty sure. Although now that I finished it, I am wondering if it was a thriller, but it didn't end very thrillery. It wasn't very thrilling. I think I was a little underwhelmed by the ending. There wasn't really much of a twist. There wasn't much of a payoff, I guess. It kind of just rolled to a stop. And I was like, okay. And then there was a little twist and I was like, okay, yeah. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it, but yeah, not high on the thrills for me. So if you love Daphne du Maurier, if you love Rebecca, I still recommend this one, but just don't expect to be shocked or thrilled. But anyway, that is the only book I finished since the last vlog I made, which I believe was my lake house vlog. Yeah, because I started The Fiction Writer while we were still there, and I just finished it last week, and since then, I've been doing things. I've been busy. Me and my boyfriend were traveling a lot. We came back from the lake house. We drove to Las Cruces, Mexico to the Airbnb and did that, and then we drove back to his house 2 days ago, and then I drove back home yesterday, and I went back to work today. So much fun. I know. I get a little bit of a summer vacation. Not as much as I want. I also feel like I've been having a little bit of writer's block. I've been carrying around a few different books and just not starting any of them. So we need to do something about that. That is not gonna fly. That is not how I like to be. But luckily for us, we do have our Aardvark and Book of the Month boxes ready to be opened now. So maybe one of these will call my name. I honestly don't remember what's in these right now because we were at the lake house at the beginning of the month. So I picked these books while we were still there. So it's been a few weeks. They've probably been waiting for me at home for a while because I have not been home in a while. So let's see what we've got. We're going to start with Book of the Month. I do know that I got a free birthday book in here. Do I remember what it is? No, I do not. But let's find out together. For my July pick, I chose Everything Was Beautiful and Nothing Hurt by Ben Reeves. It sounded very whimsical and probably very emotional. Why don't I actually remember what this is about? Oh yeah, it's about death in the modern world, like, you know, the Grim Reaper type death. So that's gonna be very interesting. I'm really actually looking forward to that. I also picked Games, A Love Story by Anna Maria Volkova, which, do I remember what this is about? I do not. A sharp and provocative coming-of-age debut chronicling the turbulent romance between a brilliant economics grad student and a magnetic Wall Street banker 2 decades her senior. Something called out to me when I read about this in the Book of the Month app that day, so yep, we've got that as well. And then I think this is the one I picked for my birthday credit. I don't remember which one actually ended up being the birthday credit. It doesn't really matter. I picked up Almost Life by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. This was not a July pick. It was a few months ago. But I heard different people maybe comparing this to like Normal People, but with women. So, love Normal People. Love it so much. And yeah, that sounded amazing. So I grabbed this one too. That is my Book of the Month for July. We have another one of those bookmarks that is, you know, you put them together and they make something. I don't have a clue on that one. What's the rest of that one to make the full picture? I'm just going to pack these right back into the boxes because half the time when I do this, I do my YouTube unboxing first. And then I do I'm supposed to do my Instagram unboxing reels after that, but a lot of the time I do the YouTube unboxing and then I throw the boxes away and I forget that I needed them for the Instagram reels. Next is Aardvark. So I picked the sci-fi Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep by Paul Tremblay. I have not read anything by Paul Tremblay before. I know that he has several books out before this one. This would be my first. And I also grabbed Fabulous Bodies by Chuck Tingle. Chuck Tingle is another one that I have not read from before. I know he has several books out before this one, but this would be my first. So this is the horror pick for Aardvark for July. It is about a girl who is an aspiring fashion influencer that moonlights as a grave robber. So that sounds super interesting. That is my book subscription box unboxing for July. These poor things have just been sitting here waiting for me for who knows how long. And besides that, I did get some other books for my birthday, and then I bought some for myself because it was my birthday, so, you know. But I don't have all of those physically with me right at this moment, so I will come back. I will get back on when I have all of those and show them to you guys because I'm super excited about a lot of them. That is about all I have to update you guys on right now. None of those really screamed at me to start reading them right away, so what am I gonna read, guys? Why did my brain just go with writer's block? That's not... reading slump. Oh my god. Brain block, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what brought on the reading slump. I don't know. I don't know, but every time I grab a book, I'm like, yeah, I don't really feel like I'm in the mood for that, and the way that I read is primarily based on my mood. Like, something speaks to me, and that's what I want to read. It's not happening right now. Where's the voice? I need the voice back. Speak to me. But yeah, I'm gonna look around my bookshelf and maybe my Kindle and try to find something that speaks to me a little bit, calls my name, so that I can get back in it, because I don't like not reading. I don't like it. But yeah, I had an amazing birthday weekend. I had a whole great birthday month. July is not over yet, but it is, what is today? Today is the 21st. It is Tuesday the 21st. And my summer vacation is sadly, tragically over, but I do have a concert next week. My boyfriend and I are going to see Motionless in White, and I'm super excited. I have seen them a couple of times before, but it's been several years, and they just released an album last week, so get to hear all of those new songs live, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, beyond that, I believe that is all I have for you guys right now, and I will check back in later. Hey everyone, it is me back with some reading updates. I also have a precariously tall stack of new books that I acquired over the past couple of weeks. It may or may not fall over before we get there. I also want to apologize in advance because one of my light bulbs is trying to go out, but it can't seem to commit, so it keeps flashing back, and it's gonna go off again here in a minute. So sorry about that. I need to buy some new light bulbs. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so first things first, I think I'll give you guys my reading updates because it's been a minute. I finished a book last week and I still haven't talked about it. So last week I read A Short Stay in Hell by Stephen L. Peck, and that's going to drive me crazy. I hope that's not going to drive you guys crazy. I'll try to be fast. I have heard so many good things about A Short Stay in Hell from a lot of different creators, a lot of different people on Instagram, YouTube, and so I decided to pick it up because it's a pretty short read. I think it was only 100-ish pages, give or take, and I needed something to pull me out of a reading slump that I had been in for a minute, and I'm still kind of struggling with that a little bit. Not entirely sure what my issue is, but, you know, I guess we all get there at some point or another and just have to find a really good book to pull us back out. I have mixed feelings. Overall, I liked it. And the biggest thing that tells me that I liked it is that I finished it and I just sat there, like processing, or like not even able to process yet, and just felt numb, like I couldn't figure out how I felt about it. So that tells me that it had an impact on me. It affected me a lot. And it has since been, let's see, that was probably last Thursday that I finished it. Right now is Monday. So it's been a few days and I still don't feel like I have adequately processed this book, you guys. So if you don't know what A Short Stay in Hell is about, we have a Mormon man named Soren who dies, and he is fairly young when he dies. I think he's only like 45. This is not a spoiler because, I mean, we learn immediately that Soren is dead and he has gone to hell because Mormonism is not, in this story, the one true religion. It is something called Zoroastrianism. I'm not entirely sure I got that right, but it's a real religion. It actually exists, and that is the one true religion. And so anybody who was not with that religion then goes to hell, and they are assigned their own specific personal hell. And Soren gets placed into this massive, vast, almost endless kind of Library of Babel type place where every book that could possibly ever be written exists inside this library. So it is vast to the point of the human mind not being able to comprehend it. The good news is he can get out of this hell. He can do his task that he is sent there to do, and then he can leave and not be in hell for all eternity. And his task is to find the book that tells the story of his life. And then the problem when he gets there and realizes how vast this place is that might not be as easy of a task as it seems at first. And so we're dealing with the existential, I wouldn't even call it dread at that point, the existential terror, panic of finding out, like you die and then you find out that the religion you spent your whole life believing in is not true. And so you have to rethink everything, your whole life, everything you expected after your life. So there's that aspect of it. And then just the fact that, I don't know, I mean, it's a difficult book to talk about, I guess, especially with, I don't want to give too much away. The things that I've just talked about are the things you find out pretty immediately in the beginning of the book. And then it goes from there, and it gets wild, you guys. Like, it is a mind-bending type of little story, and by the end of it you're just like stripped raw, completely numb, like everything inside of you has been scooped out. And yet I managed not to give this one 5 stars. I gave it 4 stars, and I'll tell you why. This is maybe like really nitpicky on my part, but I didn't love the way that it was written. I loved the premise. The premise was great, the story was great, but the way that it was written, I don't know, it was very casual, modern, which is fair because, I mean, the main character, the narrator, that's quite enough. Stop. I think that most of the existentialist books I've read have been classics, like translated from French, I think, probably, at least a couple of them that I can think of right now. And the writing was much more, I don't want to say flowery, because some people take that as like a negative quality, but flowery and just beautiful and descriptive and like almost poetic. This lacked that, and I wish that it didn't. And I don't know if that's me wanting something out of the book that it's not, which I'm not sure that's fair, but I didn't love the casual kind of just matter-of-fact way that it was written. It almost felt like I felt very distant from the main character because of it, because he kept himself at a distance. I feel like he didn't really allow himself to feel things or talk about when he felt things. And I feel like other existentialist books that I've read really get into that, and they have just really gorgeous, beautiful writing, and they really get into the feelings. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't love the way it was written, but I loved everything else about it. So I definitely still recommend it. Especially, I mean, it is horrifying and terrifying, and I don't know. You have to read it to find out for yourself, I think. But be prepared for be prepared for a lot of things. It is a lot of things. Anyway, I read that last week, finished it, was still kind of going through my reading slump. I really hope I said reading slump a second ago, and I really hope that I didn't say writer's block again, because that is not... I also write, so I just, my wires are getting crossed. After that, this does not have the dust jacket on it, because, I mean, here it is. After that, this weekend, I started Fabulous Bodies by Chuck Tingle, which was a July... Did I just open this one? Was it July? It was a Aardvark pick in the past month or two. I think it might have just been this month. And it is the cutest little cotton candy looking book. Like, look at those colors, you guys. Like, adorable. And I'm not very far in yet. What am I? 44 pages. It is very interesting. It's kind of unlike anything I've read before already. We have a woman named Poppy, a young woman, and she's an aspiring influencer by day. And then by night, she is something of a grave robber. It's good so far. I like it. It's very unique and interesting. I like the way it's written. I'm not sure if I like Poppy yet, but yeah, we'll find out. And yeah, those are my reading updates. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. I'm also listening to Memnoch the Devil. I don't think that I've talked about that yet, because I don't think I'd started it yet the last time I talked about reading updates. I'm listening to Memnoch the Devil by Anne Rice, which is book 5 in the Vampire Chronicles series, because we all know that I am obsessed. Listening to that while I drive, I might actually be finishing that in the next couple of days, hopefully. I'm still deciding if I want to be collecting the paperbacks as I go through with the series, because it would be a 100% yes if the, Ballantine Books had published all of them instead of just the first 4. I think I've talked about that a little bit. I have these gorgeous, gorgeous editions of the first 3, I'll get to that in a second, of the first 3 by Ballantine Books, and they only published the first 4 in these editions, so everything else is going to be these mismatched older copies, which is kind of tragic, but I maybe kind of want to still collect them because I love them. So, Memnoch is really good so far. I'm loving it. I don't think anything is ever going to measure up to, Interview with the Vampire and the Vampire Lestat, but they're still, I still love them so much. It's still like the authentic Lestat voice that we're listening to, so, I mean, does it for me. Now, I have a pretty big stack of books, a really big stack of books. I have a really big stack of books, as you saw, that I acquired. It's like a birthday book haul. A couple of these were gifts from other people, and most of them were gifts from myself, because I love books. Okay, so from the top, we have World War Z by Max Brooks. I have never read this. I have seen the movie with Brad Pitt, and I have heard that the book is so much better than the movie, and I've always wanted to read it. I kind of am contemplating listening to the audiobook of this one too, because I've also heard that that's really good. I love zombies, by the way. I love zombie stuff. Got The Deep by Nick Cutter, because I've been super into like water ocean horror this summer. Loving it so much. I haven't read anything by Nick Cutter yet. I think I have Scuttler's Cove, which I think is also by him, on my Kindle. I haven't read that yet either, though. So, really excited for this one. Along that same vein, I got From Below by Darcy Coates, which is another deep water ocean horror. I don't know much about this one. Oh my god, I hope you can't see all those fingerprints. It's one of those buttery covers where the fingerprints show up so bad. It's not even fingerprints. Something got spilled on this. I'm unsure. Anyway, really interested to read this one too. I grabbed Emily Wilson's translation of the Odyssey. I also grabbed the Iliad. I'm still waiting on that one in the mail. So I'm going to have both of them, the Emily Wilson translations. I have a different... Who translated that one? Robert Fagles? I could pull it out and actually look properly to make sure, but I don't feel like it. So yes, I grabbed the Emily Wilson versions because I have heard that this is the first translation done by a woman, and that makes a huge difference in the translation, so I've heard. Like, women not being referred to in disrespectful ways and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna read these. I also already downloaded the audiobooks. I think I'd have one of them ready to go. I have the Iliad ready to go because I want to read them in order. I have that one ready to go, but I'm waiting until I have the physical copy of the book before I start listening to it. So hopefully I get that in the next few days, and then by the time I finish listening to Memnoch, I can switch right over into the Iliad. These next ones I'm so excited about, you guys. I don't know how much I've talked about this on my channel so far because I haven't done a bookshelf tour yet, which I need to do soon. I collect editions of Frankenstein and Dracula, and I have them all together on one shelf. And I got the Norton Critical editions of both of them. Frankenstein was a gift from my boyfriend's parents for my birthday, and then I got Dracula myself because when I get an edition of one of them, I have to get the matching edition of the other one. I think I only have one up there that doesn't have a matching edition. And then I've got a couple like real artsy ones that, you know, there's only this one of Dracula and this one of Frankenstein. But yeah, if there's matching editions, I'm getting both. Next, this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to show you a comparison. So basically, I ordered The Tale of the Body Thief because I listened to it, and I've been ordering the paperbacks as I listen to them so that I have them on my shelf. This is the last one in this pretty edition. However, the copy I got in the mail is like an illegitimate reprint, I think. It's way bigger. It's way bigger than all three of my other ones. It doesn't match at all. It has different paper. The cover is different. It doesn't have a cover price. There's no cover price on it. Yeah, it's really, really strange, and it doesn't match them. So I am ordering another one, and hopefully that one is going to match, and then I'll know that this one is just, you know, some weird one that somebody else printed and didn't do it right. I'm really not sure what happened here, but that's going to drive me crazy because it doesn't match them. It's by the same publisher. It should match. So I don't know what this copy is. If the other one also comes in huge, I guess I'll just, you know, accept my losses and just have a series that doesn't match. Once I get into the 5th and beyond, where they are no longer even published by this publisher, even look at just the difference in the paper. Like, something's not right. I know they're not going to match anyway after these 4, but I would like these 4 to match. So, and also it feels cheap. It doesn't feel right. So, yeah, waiting on the proper copy of that. So hopefully it is the proper copy when I get it in. And next we have The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which I have heard about from Emma of the channel Emmy for years, and I've had it on my wish list for years. And then what finally prompted me to actually buy it, it's huge, by the way, look at this chunk of a book. What finally prompted me to actually buy this one, to actually order it and have it on my shelf, is Emma read the sequel and was raving about it in one of her recent videos. Said it was even better than the first one, and she loved the first one. I remember her raving about it years ago when she first read it. So I was like, all right, I want to check this one out. You have convinced me, Emma. Thank you. I don't read a ton of fantasy, and I do read really big books, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I read something this big, so probably gonna tab it out whenever I get to that one, do my method, because that is how I keep from getting overwhelmed and not finishing giant books, because, yep, that happens to me. Last but not least, one of my friends gifted me this book for my birthday. It is a children's book, ? It is written by Stephen King, illustrated by Maurice Sendak. It is Hansel and Gretel, as told by Stephen King, as illustrated by Maurice Sendak. It is, I mean, okay, the Grimm brothers stories are dark already, but it is really dark. The illustrations are haunting. It's so cool. I love it. Like, look at the art on this thing. Just absolutely gorgeous, haunting, beautiful. I love it. I love children's books that have really good art, really good illustrations. I'm a huge fan of that. And the story was also really good in that one too. It was definitely dark. I mean, Stephen King, here we are. But yes, that is it for my updates. Over this past weekend, my boyfriend made me drunken mussels for dinner, and we also did a couple of oysters, and we charbroiled Like we cooked the mussels, the sauce, and the oysters on the charcoal grill. And then we mixed them with pasta and the sauce that it made. And you guys, oh my gosh, it was the best dinner I've had in a while. It was so good. I took some clips because I wanted to show it off a little bit. I wanted to show you guys because it was amazing. I'm beyond words. And that same night after we had dinner, we watched The Sheep Detectives. That was the cutest movie ever. That is the cutest movie I've seen in a long time. It made me cry. I cried. I am a big crier though, so, you know, if a movie makes anybody cry, it's gonna make me cry. It was so good. It was so good. I recommend that one so much. Got me right in my heart. I think I'm gonna wrap my vlog up here this week because I'm going back down to see my boyfriend tomorrow, which is Tuesday. I'm gonna work half a day, drive down, because we're going to see Motionless in White in concert, and I'm really excited. And I'm gonna go to the concert with him, stay the night, not work on Wednesday. I'll drive back on Wednesday, work on Thursday. It's a weird week. Lots of driving for me this week, but I'm gonna end the vlog here and probably start another one tomorrow, get you guys some clips of my concert and everything, which I'm super excited about. I hope that you guys are having a really good start to your week. I hope that you guys are not exhausted like me, who has a little dog who likes to wake her up in the middle of the night when she has to get up early for work. So much fun. I hope you enjoyed all the fun stuff I did in this vlog, all my fun birthday week stuff, and yeah, I hope that you guys had as good of a time as I did. As always, thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very soon.